Hello YouTube, it's Chadwick. Think my channel's name is XYZ Hero still? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. I threw together a neat little like stun normal pendulum deck that I've been wanting to show off for a bit. I think it may need a couple cards still, but I like where it's at right now. Also, I think there's only like 5 cards you would need in the extra deck, so if there's anything in my extra deck you're just like, I don't see why you play that, no, just try other things. Alright, well, let's start off here. Start off with my low scales. I play 1 Master Pendulum. I think I might put him to 2. 1 Full Cards Cannon. Dragonhorn Hunter. Those are my one-ofs for the low scales. Play 3 Vector Pendulum. Format's no longer pendulums anymore, so I might actually either cut him or drop him significantly. Haven't thought about it yet. Although he is a dark, so I might increase my dark count and just like turbo that thing, turbo 3 Dragonhorn Hunters, and play some allures or something for consistency. I haven't thought about it, but it's something I'm now considering. 3 Dragoons, because it's the best normal pendulum monster. When one of your dudes eats one of their dudes, you search your deck for a dude. Level 4 or higher. I always thought I said 4 or lower. 4 or higher. Well, it's in your scale. Well, it's not. It's just an 1800 4-star beater. Or XYZ fodder, whatever you want to do. I play 3 Dragon Pulse Magicians. It's a 1 scale with no requirement. Its ability in the zone is if you have another magician. I don't have the other magician because they put Perform a Pal Call, or no, Magician Call, whatever that card is. They put whatever the call card is to 1 for magicians, so I dropped the 8-star ones and just left in the 4-star ones because they're 1800 beater, 4-star earth, spellcaster in case they village me, so I can still do shit. So that's kind of cool. It's just spellcaster. It's cool if you get villaged. The high scales, or well, my high scales, I like to call them. Normally, don't put him in the scale or in the zone, in the pendulum zone, but I mean I have before. So we got the Luster because of course. I think we played 2 Flash Knight. Flash Knight's another good card for this. High scale 4-star. It's a warrior too if you want to play Rhoda as like a one-of. I don't blame you if you do. I just don't. We play 3 Dragoons, I think. Yeah, 3 Dragoons. When one of your dudes destroys one of your opponent's monsters, I think, you banish a card on the field, or you target a card and you pop it, I think. Something like that. It's good removal. It can pop back row, like floodgates that are like stopping you from doing all kinds of crazy shit. So it's fun. Also, just if you have a hand where you don't have like a bunch of like scales, just putting this in the zone and playing a 4-star monster and then running into shit and then popping back row is fun. Lancesaurus. All normal monsters have piercing, and he's a summon skull. 6-star, 2500, and he's a dinosaur. You can play the Evil Swar 6-star monster. Evil Sar 6-star monster. It's cool. If you want to play that, I would recommend it. I just can't find mine. I think I traded it off. I really don't care though. Nothing super important for my list. 1 Rescue Rabbit. Auto Advantage. Kind of wish I played 3 so I can like lever this back and do some crazy shit, but can't because I don't play that. 2 MSTs. I'm thinking about taking these out. I don't know yet. I play Unexpected Die, which is the reason why I'm thinking about taking the MSTs out to put in more. I don't know. I put 1 in just to test. Yeah, but this card's really good. If you want this card, get them now, because when frogs like come out and the XYZ and shit comes out and they go full power, this card will probably shoot up to like a $5 card or something stupid. I have a feeling, so whatever. 1 Drago Face Off, because I feel like my deck meets the requirements well enough to actually utilize this card. The stun part of my deck, or at least part of it, Triple Heat Wave. Heat Wave says you can only play it during the main phase 1 of your turn. Neither player can normal summon or special summon an effect monster until your next draw phase. So if I play this on my main 1 and normal summon a monster, that leads into a really cool play, which I'm going to get into here in a second. Especially if you have a bricked hand. This is like the best play for a bricked hand. 2 Tinkies to search out the beast dude who's the best one in the scale, because he's so good in your pendulum scale because of the free advantage. I do play Tinky just to get it out of my deck. Card's been dead a couple times, but I think it's still worth it. Your consistency, Summoner's Art. I play 2 low scales that are 5 or higher, and I play 5 or 6 high scales that are 5 or higher. So this card here gets it was originally designed just this card to get to me on high scales, but as of right now, it can toolbox both really well. So really good card. They haven't hit it or fucked with it on the ban list, so I'm gonna abuse it till they do. Torrential, of course. Solemn, yet again. Emptiness, because this deck can set up like a bunch of, depending on how you have shit set up, you can set up some dudes that are pretty big, and just a emptiness into some big normal dudes can really just win you the game, especially if your opponent doesn't play back row. Of course, you play the Skill Drain. I mean, why not? Skill Drain is a stupid strong card in this deck. Pay a K, your opponent's playing on your level, except you have the Pendulum aspect still, which is nice. The other thing that I was saying, this is called, I can't even see it in the video. It's called Tyrant's Throws. When you play this, you have to tribute 2 normal monsters. Then neither player can summon normal summon or special summon effect monsters. They can set them, I think. I can't remember. But basically, the play realistically is like turn 1 Heatwave. So like the hand is like 3 effect monsters or 3 normal monsters you can summon, and you go turn 1 Heatwave, normal summon, set this, pass. Turn 2 normal summon, attack, throws. Now your opponent's locked out of the game from like this little combo here. Your opponent hasn't summoned at all, especially if you went first, because they're like, oh, well, you're going to go first, because, you know, whatever. You can just fuck them right there. Yeah, Twin Twisters kind of messes with this, which is the reason why I thought about taking it out. But if they don't have it, you win, so it's whatever. The extra deck, you only need 5 cards in your extra deck, realistically, maybe 6, depending on how you want to build it. But I went with Emerald, because it's an Emerald. I went with a tech card here, which is Wind Up Zen Master. If your opponent's going to be playing no extra deck Monarchs, which is probably not going to happen anymore, I do believe you can book... Oh, it's a monster I control. I don't know. It's just... There's some stuff you can do with this. Fogblade. This lets you break Fogblade off your monsters, which is nice. Castel. I play 2 in every deck because usually 1 doesn't get to solve the problem. We got this dude here where if you're playing against like Branding Abyss and they start fucking slow, you could potentially play this dude and then just start rolling their dudes back into their deck with his effect, because if he destroys a monster by battle, detached material, it gets shuffled into their deck, so they don't need to get the pluses that they were expecting. Photon Philly Operative. I think this card is to fuck up back row or defensive. Yeah. You can put defensive monsters into attack mode, so you can like fuck a Rafflesia with this thing, which is super cool, because, I mean, whatever. I got my like stupid foily Ragnar Zero. I mostly play this because in sideboard, which I don't have thrown together right now, I would probably play like Chalice and shit. So this card would give me some free advantage and just let me, you know, essentially Veiler, which I don't want to play Veiler because it's, I don't know, yet again. I really need to look into it. We got a Dark Rebellion just to get over some of the Blue Eyes shit these days. Everything's big as fuck, so I'm just going to try to beat it up. Because this here keeps its power boost after the turn, so if there's a Blue Eyes insert name of monster here, I can half that motherfucker, run into it, and then still have a monster big enough to run into any of their XYZs, because 4,500 will beat fucking everything. Or, well, yeah, no, it'll be 4,000. 4K will beat most of their things, so that's good. Pearl, because if your opponent is playing like Monarchs, and you set up a throws after they have a monster in play, like just a regular Monarch, you can use this to get out of their regular Monarch running into your dudes every turn. You just Pendulum Summon 2, make Pearl. Pearl runs over the 2,400. The other thing, too, is you can just set him up and then, you know, whatever. Also, he is a normal monster. So if you need to, like, if you have double throws or whatever, and one of your throws gets popped and the other one doesn't, you can still tribute him to that. Ouroboros, because, yet again, I just wanted to throw some shit in here that could happen, like if I ever needed it. This card can fuck with your opponent's hand if they've been holding on to something for way too long and you're paranoid about it. You can deal with banishing a thing and fucking with the graveyard. All in all, really good. Masquerade, in case anybody wants to try to bring Cosmos to the house. Because, you know, whatever. You can stall out pretty hard with the fact you can keep Pendulum Summoning your monsters. So you can make a wall, maybe take 3k damage one time, if that. And then use this dude to, like, stop them after you essentially amass your 3 dudes into play. Or amass 3 dudes from drawing to try to get out of it. I play 2 6s. Which is Strike Bouncer, and this is Beyond? Yeah, Utopia the Beyond, 39. He puts their shit to 0, and then I think you can, yeah, gain some life points and some random stuff. He's just a general really good card. And Strike Bouncer is like a baby infinity, just really good card. I'd recommend picking that up if you play anything that does 6s. It's really good. Play both of them. And the last 2 are like the Dragos exclusive. The one Ignister, which honestly I wouldn't play more than one Ignister anyway, with Ignister, with the dude being put to 1, I wouldn't probably play more than 1 anyway. And then we play this one, which normally you don't see very often. It's the Dynastal Power. Well, then again, I don't know if when I got this recommended to me, I didn't see hardly anyone playing it, so it might be played now. He does some shit that's important. You don't have to poly him. You can pause this in the video if you'd like to see all of that. Your zones can't get fucked with, and you can special summon a Dragula Slayer Pendulum monster from your hand or graveyard. So, like, you can loop him. You can loop. Yeah, you can loop some shit. Yeah, I ain't even gonna fucking try to explain it. It's pretty basic. That's my normal pendulums. It's a pretty good build, I feel, as of right now. At some point, I'm going to take it to like a little local thing we have. Some kids that I know. That we all call it the dojo because we play at a dojo. They whip out some tables. It's a free game to play with. My buddy's been getting or been winning every week because most people don't take it too seriously. So I'm probably gonna walk in there with this and see if I can, you know, cheese me a couple wins for fun. Maybe win the whole thing again because I used to be the undefeated king there, but I stopped giving a fuck really. Yeah, that's it. If anybody wants to see my Infernoid deck profile or any of that shit, you know, like, comment, subscribe if you want to. I really don't care if you don't because it's just fun. So, yep. Boop.